Che, guacho, no sabes lo que fue. Dañé a pleno corazón. Dañé a pleno.
Hey guys, this is Steph with thegoodride.com, and we are here looking at the new Ladies West. The Lady West, sorry. So this is a new board for this season. It's a new addition to the line, but they do have a men's West, and this is just the complement of that one. So, you know, this is a hard charging type snowboard, but it is a directional board. You get the rib saw, so you get the rocker here to, let's see, I guess it comes up here and then camber all the way out here and then camber down here. So it's got the stiff flex, it's not like extremely stiff, but it's definitely snappy. But you get that kind of loose confidence feeling because of the rocker in between the feet, but then you get that control with the camber outside of the bindings, and it just kind of like helps you to like, you're like, okay, yeah, I can turn this, it's pretty quick to turn, but then when it wants to get down to business, you have that extra control over here in the camber zones to really lock in on that snow and feel solid. With how stiff of a flex it is, that you are able to kind of like really go fast, feel super solid on it. It's able to cruise over chunder and stuff and feel pretty good doing that. It's also pretty solid on ice. I took it over the back of the mountain yesterday, and it's just super icy, kind of like, but not like, you know, smooth ice. It was like chunky, weird ice where you hit it and you're just like, but you know, I rode down, it didn't look pretty, but I was able to stay up. So this was solid enough to kind of hold the edge over all that weird, like textury ice that just bumps you everywhere, and ride it down. So, you know, it feels really good coming off the top of the mountain. Very turnable, very solid going through steeper bumps. But the thing is, it's a little bit stiff, so you have to be aggressive enough and strong enough to really turn it. Otherwise, it could just take you for a ride. So, like, I rode this pretty hard for 2 days, and my front leg is really sore. So, you know, intermediate to advanced rider, you want to have a good understanding on how the board works. But if you're looking for a free ride board, they can go quick, and this one goes pretty fast, pretty easy, and you know, this could be a good option. So it's cool that it's fun all over the mountain. You can carve it. Feels pretty easy. It's pretty quick edge to edge, you know, turning onto the edge and stuff like that. But you can also set it back. So you already have that extra nose on here to give you that float. And I rode it centered when I rode it in powder, and it floated pretty well. Didn't float as well as boards that had a little bit wider waist width and were made specifically for powder, but it floated well because I rode it centered. But then if you were to set it back, it would float even that much better. So it's got that stiff, aggressive flex where you should be able to power through a lot of stuff that you wouldn't be able to in like a softer board. So look at the base there. I think, yeah, there's a normal side cut, but it does have that wavy edge. So I rode it on some pretty hard pack, and it felt pretty solid there. Like I said, we don't have like true ice right now because the snow's so good. So I couldn't get it in like some really scrapey, just like there's nothing to hold on to ice, but I think it would do fairly well. Pretty good for the camber profile that it does have. Probably not going to be as good as boards with the, you know, disrupted side cut there, but will do pretty well for a board of this camera profile. So yeah, if you're looking for a mean board, then the Lady West could be for you. So yeah, there you go. So, and you know, fun watercolor painting of a deer or whatever. But yeah, really cool board. It's a little bit heavier and super solid. So, you know, you feel that when you ride it. You're like, yes, I'm on a piece of wood that is going to perform and hold its line and just go. So, you know, if you're looking for that solid board that is a really stable ride and you have that, you know, a few years under your belt, you're in that intermediate to an advanced level, then this could be a good choice.
Ayer, guacho, no sabes lo que fue. La nieve a pleno corazón.